This is Susan Hayes, author of Twelfth Night, A Mother's Story. I'm going to read a short excerpt from my book. Thank you for listening. I heard a car pull into the driveway. It was Jeff's friends dropping him off. A minute later, he came in the house and joined me in the kitchen. "Hi, Jeff. How was practice?" He looked at me as I stood next to him and said, "Mom, I think I have a tumor in my leg." Tumor, I thought. Can't be. I wouldn't let that word or the meaning of the word enter any realm of possibility. It could not be the reason he'd been struggling with pain. The word scared me, and I dismissed it as not possible. I looked back at him and said, "Jeff, I don't think so, but it's Christmas Eve and tomorrow's Christmas Day. We'll go to see the doctor the day after Christmas to check it out, okay?" "Okay," he replied and walked away to shower. The oven's buzzer went off. I turned quickly, picked up the hand towel, opened the oven door, and pulled the baking sheet out of the oven. Oh, shit! My finger touched the hot baking sheet, and I dropped it on top of the stove, slamming the oven door shut. Oh, God, I thought. I'm pretty sure you can't swear on Christmas Eve. That can't be good. I turned the cold water on and let it run over my fingertip. Tumor. I tried to get that word out of my head. Parents don't think about cancer or imagine cancer growing in their child. It just doesn't happen to your son. How do we know it won't? When my kids tell me something is hurting them, I react. I ask questions, I observe. I take them to their pediatrician, and I care for them. I'm thinking bumps and bruises and infections and viruses. I'm not thinking cancer. But what if it was? Excerpt 2, Lake Placid in Ottawa. The next day, with my skates laced, I stood on the banks of the Rideau River. The scene was like a snow globe I had had as a little girl. Inside the globe, a young boy on skates circled his mother. The snow fell inside the globe, softly touching the sides of the glass and drifting gently, filling the globe as it was tipped upside down and righted again. Now the scene lay before me as if it had magically come to life. I saw people skating in all directions. Thousands of tiny snowflakes fell across the sky. My tongue caught them one by one, and my eyelashes thickened with the flakes. I could hear blades hitting the ice surface as skaters passed by. I wasn't cold, bundled up and blending with the Canadian folk. Canucks, I corrected myself, smiling. I looked down at Jeff skating by. "Come on," Mommy shouted as he skated away, his smile wide and his cheeks red. "Okay, Jeff, wait for me." I figured I wouldn't see much of John Jr. He was skating up and down the river with his teammates. Meanwhile, my husband, not much of a skater, walked along the riverbanks beneath the Victorian-style mansions. From where we were, it was a 3-mile skate downriver to the heart of Ottawa. People of all ages were out skating. The scene reminded me of when I was a little girl, skating on Volos Pond in Newton on a cold winter day. John Jr. and Jeff skated to and from Ottawa 3 times before I reached the city. I stopped for hot chocolate and a beaver tail along the way. "Beaver tail, what's that?" Jeff asked. It's warm cinnamon sugar dough shaped like a beaver's tail. It's delicious. Do you want one?" "No, thanks, Mom. I'm heading back to the city. See you there." "Be careful, Jeff. I'll see you in a little bit. Look for Dad along the side of the river." "Okay." He skated off to join up with John Jr.'s friends, and I lost him in the crowd. I made my way to the city. When my husband arrived, we changed into our boots, which he had carried in a backpack. We met up with the team at the tavern for lunch. After lunch and a short walk in the city, we put our skates back on and ventured back out of the city the way we had come, 3 miles back to the bus.